This is Maginoni, and let's talk previews. Now, this is the previews that just came out in May, and these are books that are coming out in July. Now, both Marvel and DC are both having two huge events coming out. Uh, DC has the Twilight War, and Marvel has Infinity. So let's take a look at what these companies have to offer. Now, right from the beginning here, as you can see, we're starting off with the Trinity War, where you have Justice League, America, and Dark all fighting together. This is the dream match that nobody was really asking for to begin with. Except for America and League. That makes sense. But when you throw in Dark, a Dark title, this is a title that's not even performing anywhere near what it potentially should be just because of the name Justice League in front of it. And this is where I'm going thinking, Marvel knows how to do their event in that they picked Avengers versus X-Men, for an example. This is something that fans wanted to see. Or you can even take Infinity, where it's Thanos. Fans love Thanos. But let's look at Trinity War. Now, granted, we don't know much about what's going on in Trinity War yet, but what we do know is you have the three leagues fighting. Now, the Justice League and Justice League of America, they've already established that they're at odds with each other, and there's going to be some conflict in the monthlies. So it's like, why do you have to make an event out of it? And then you throw in Dark, and then it's kind of like, who? Like, seriously speaking, think of the casual reader who just reads Justice League. They're going to look at Justice League Dark and go, who are these people? I don't understand. Justice League Dark isn't even a top 10 title. So it's kind of like throwing, like, for example, Avengers versus X-Men versus Power Pack. And that's what that is. It's like, who cares? And for that matter, who really cares about Justice League of America versus Justice League? They haven't really had enough time to build up who all these new characters are, and it doesn't make sense. Like pre-New 52, Justice League versus JSA would have made a little bit more sense, but they've already done stuff like that. So there's no excitement, there's no hype. It's like, for me, don't get me wrong, I'm going to get it, but it's like I'm not excited about it. I couldn't care less. I can't even be bothered to read what the descriptions are. Now, on the bright side, is we're going to talk about Pandora in this Trinity War. This is part of what's going on. And, well, if DC did this months ago, I was interested. Now, my interest level in Pandora is almost gone. I don't care about her. I don't care what her motives are. I don't care why she did what she did. You've already established the universe too much. And now it's like, I don't care about the cause anymore. The who, what, when, where, why, it's out of mind already. You should have done Pandora early. You did the push with her in every single issue at all the new number ones. That was great. But then you did nothing with her after that. And, she made a couple of appearances here and there, but it's not enough. You should have done more with her. You should have kept her fresh and in our minds, even if it was just a page or a couple panels. But now it's like, who really cares? Well, I'm sure somebody will care, and then the Trinity War will actually probably sell really well. Okay, next up is Wonder Woman. Now, the only reason why I'm bringing this up is this. Wonder Woman is dating Clark Kent. So why are they bringing in Orion in as a potential love interest? That would make Wonder Woman a two-timing whore, and I don't understand why they would want to do that. Okay, now this actually should have been brought up last month, so this gives you an opportunity to get it still. Superman Unchained. Now, obviously this is because of the movie, and DC feels the need to have a new number one issue out there, so this way, anybody who watches Superman who does not know that Superman was a comic book can then rush right out to the store and buy a number one issue and have it be easy and convenient. Now, here's the problem I have with this. You have Scott Snyder and Jim Lee on this title, so this is obviously going to be a top tier potential #1 title, and this will probably outsell Trinity War. And the thing is, this to me should have been Superman, not Superman Unchained, not Action Comics. This should have been Superman. You should have driven your primary title, because Unchained, it's like, it has, while it is fresh and it is new, this is a title that's only going to last for so long, and then this is the one that's going to get dropped if they need to, if sales eventually go down. They'll never drop Superman, they'll never drop Action Comics, but I guarantee you if Superman Unchained doesn't sell, I mean, after Snyder and Lee's run, this is going to disappear. And I think that you should have driven your primary story first, and then you could have still put on some really talented people on Unchained, but unfortunately DC doesn't have that many talented people anymore. Okay, Batman 66. I'm throwing this out here for this reason. I think this is going to be a fun title. Now, I don't know how many people watched the old Batman TV series. It was hilarious. It is, if you can find it anywhere, I highly recommend watching it just for the campy value of it. And if DC can actually capture that feeling, same type of joke, same, I don't know, the way the style of the TV series was, this could actually be an entertaining book. Now, don't get me wrong, Batman 66 is not entertaining enough to read for like 100 issues. No. This is great for maybe a storyline or two, and then most likely we're going to get bored of the jokes and we're going to drop it. So, maybe this would be good for a trade. Watch to see how the general reviews come in, and then, or maybe by the first issue, and then hit the trade after that, because I can't really see this being a strong contender for overtime. Okay, Batman Court of the Owl book with mask set. I'm putting this out here because I think this is actually a really cool idea. Now, granted, you can say that this is a big marketing push where they're going to try to double dip, triple dip, and it's $25 and whatnot. And yeah, it's kind of expensive, but in the fact of the matter is, it looks like that's already been out. So in a sense, yeah, you can argue that they're double dipping. But I really do think that the mask actually is a really nice idea to throw out there. And if you are a real collector of Batman and you want to get things from the comic, this is actually really cool. And you can probably display this on the wall or something like that. Now, granted, most people won't know what the heck that is, but you get where I'm going at. It actually is a kind of a cool thing. And if it actually fits your head, you got a costume for next year. You just have to figure out a way to keep it on your head. Okay, now if you happen to have $80 just lying around, take a look at this Joker statue. This statue here is freaking amazing. I'm pausing because it hurts when I have to say this. I have a very expensive toy purchase coming in from Japan in June. Or actually, it'll probably be late June, so maybe July is when it's going to come in. And I swear to God, if I didn't have that toy order, I would probably consider strongly buying the Joker statue, because it is freaking amazing. I don't think I'd get Batman, but I definitely get the Joker. But I think the statue I'm getting is actually probably better than the Joker, so I'm not going to cry or lose sleep over that. Now, if you are a Matt Fraction fan, there is this title right here, Satellite Sam. I am not a fan of Chaykin, so I'm not buying it. Now, even though I am not a fan of Chaykin, I can appreciate his panels at times. But as a Chaykin as a whole, no, I'm not a huge fan of that. Now let's talk about Marvel. Now, as you can see, I left Marvel intact because we got a lot to go through here. Okay, let's take a look here. Now, we have Avengers AI. I'm probably not going to buy Avengers AI because this is after Ultron, and then as you can see here, Hank Pym is alive. So Apparently somebody goes back into time and saves Hank Pym from getting killed. Now, but I just want to skip to these 2 pages here because this is what's really important. We have Guardians of the Galaxy number 5 with Bendis and Gaiman. That is an incredible combination, and we all know who's going to be coming, don't we? What's her name from Spawn? I forgot her name now, but you know who I'm talking about, the Angel. And I think the fact that she's able to cross over into Marvel is like a big FU to, McFarlane and Image. But regardless, I think that's great, and I think that's great that just the concept of something like that is happening. So I appreciate that. Now, let's look at the very next page. The teaser, Age of Ultron 10, Hunger, Purple. What can this be? I can guarantee you it's not the Puppet Master. This could probably be Galactus. This is going to be a complete waste and utter money. Thanos Rising, obviously this is tying into Infinity, and as you can see, Thanos kills a lot of people. Now, also in that month, we're going to be seeing some prelude to Infinity. Now, keep in mind, with Infinity, this is going to be a very big event that's going to be involving space and Earth, where you're going to have heroes fighting off in space, fighting a tremendous evil, and then while that's going on, you're going to have Thanos, and then you're going to have something going on Earth, supposedly. And as you can see, it's tying into a bunch of different titles. You have Avengers, New Avengers, and I thought there was one other one, but it looks like right now it's just all in the Avengers stuff. Also, what you're probably going to want to do is keep your eyes on Guardians of the Galaxy and Nova, because I have a feeling some of that stuff is going to filter in, stealthily. Now, what we have here is Uncanny Avengers number 10, the 4 Horsemen of Death, which is basically what they're doing is Death used to be one entity, now they're making it 4. I think this... Okay, now I understand that Remender is doing I'm really enjoying Uncanny, but I really hate this. Why do we have to pick 4 characters to be Death? Now, personally, I think Grim Reaper, he was the great option. But really, Daken, Sentry, and Banshee, do we really need to have these 3 characters again? I mean, look, they're dead. Just let's leave them alone. I don't want to see this nonsense. Okay, this is still really good. Highly recommend buying Ultimate Spider-Man, World War X. Personally, the way the Ultimate X-Men have been going, I have a feeling this is going to be a biggest waste of paper. Now, let's focus on this here for just a second. This is Superior Spider-Man. This is the after the Doc Ock Spider-Man or Peter Parker conflict, where it ends where we don't know who wins between the two. While it does look like Doc Ock has the upper hand, you could potentially argue maybe at the last minute Parker slipped through. Maybe you can say that they're now a merged person. Who knows? But let's look at something right here. It's got the Ock eyes. My guess is, unless this was basically just done without the knowledge of who wins that battle, I guess my bet is Ock wins, because there's no way Peter Parker would use these eyes. None whatsoever. Now, you can also argue over here, the eyes are different too, and which is, yes, they are. And that's my point, in that I still have a feeling that Ock is influencing what's going on here. And that's my guess. That's my bet. Ock won. Superior Foes of Spider-Man number 1. Now, this here is basically stemming from, Doc Ock going crazy and beating up and killing people, where the supervillains are going, hey, wait a second, something's not right here, and they band together. Personally, I'm getting it just for the chance of this actually being entertaining. And let's go straight to Superior Carnage. The artwork on this is phenomenal looking. I am like, wow, this is just simply amazing. I I really wish I could buy the pencils. I mean, I wish I had the money. I swear to God, I would email them and I would say, please let me buy as many of these pages as I possibly could, because this is really fantastic looking stuff here. This is going to be a buy. Looks like they're getting rid of the Avenging Spider-Man, and then they're doing Superior Spider-Man Team Up. Captain America is still in the other dimension. Let's see. There might have been... I think there was one more thing here I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, the Wolverine killable nonsense. Why are they doing Wolverine killable? They've already done that before. If you remember, Wolverine lost his adamantium, he lost some of his healing stuff, he reverted back to this savage beast-like creature. And I'm like, really? Did you really need to do it? I don't think so. Why did you have to mirror the story in the movie? That's what I can say. Horrible. We have Mastermind with Jean Grey, so we get to see Hellfire Club Part 2. And yeah, here was the killable. I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed in that plot. And I'm very disappointed in these two titles also. And I think that was... yeah, yep, that's it. We do get more... besides, we get more Kick-Ass and more trades coming out. Yep. If you're wanting to know more about the Infinity, you might want to consider getting the Infinity graphic novel. And as you can see, July, is it? Yeah, July is going to be a big, very big month in comics. We have 3 major events that are starting: Infinity, Superman Unchained, and Trinity War. In fact, you know, DC is probably smart in putting Trinity right before the Infinity, because if you put both of those head to head, I really don't think Trinity would win at all. And in fact, I'm betting money down Superman Unchained will be the #1 title. Trinity might be number 2, maybe number 3. And then it's just going to be chock full of Marvel titles after that. After the first issue, I guarantee you Trinity War is going to then drop. Because I have a feeling no matter what DC plans, colossal disappointment at the end. That's my bet. Colossal. And if you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video up or down. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys are planning to get in July. What do you think the top book is going to be for July? I mean, you could argue AI is going to be #1. I'm arguing that people aren't going to give 2 turds about it, and it's not... I mean, it'll sell because it's an Avenger title, but it is no way near going to be anything close to what the numbers they're hoping it's going to be. I think that's going to be a huge seller, and this is going to be potentially huge also. If anything, these are the only 2 Marvel titles that I think could potentially be in #2, but I don't think there's enough pull, since these are in the middle of a storyline, to unseat Superman Unchained, considering Superman Unchained's coming out with countless variants and stuff like that. Oh, Angela. She was right there, and you guys never told me that. Angela. You should have pointed that out to me, Angela. Alright, anyways. Let me know what you guys think. Like the Facebook link. You know, I get very sad when I don't see the Facebook link go up at all. And I do the Crunchyroll videos. And let me get you a code. I haven't got you one in a long time. I think I still have a code. Okay. Code is for the Incredible Hulk. Okay, while you're writing that down, I gotta say this. If you have not watched Attack on Titan, you have got to watch Attack on Titan. Episode 5 is just now on Crunchyroll, and my God, it is the most amazing battle you have ever seen, ever. Imagine this. Spider-Man with swords fighting giant zombies. That is Attack on Titan Episode 5. Issue 5. Episode 5. Freaking amazing. Anyways, that's previews. Comments, the like, and I'll have my pull list for Wednesday. So until next